All right, good morning, everyone. It's good to see everybody here today. It's a great day to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the opening and the operating of the event, Purified Water Center. It's definitely good to be here. My name is Rick Callender, and I'm the CEO for the Santa Clara Valley Water District, also known as Valley Water. And, you know, I was just thinking back, it doesn't even seem like it was 10 years ago when we had the ribbon cutting out here. We had, you know, a lot of the same players that you see here, but we have some new players that we're collaborating with to move forward and find out ways to continue what we've started here. And so as we look at how climate change has affected us, not only in this valley, but right now if you look throughout the nation, you see the extreme rising in heat that's affecting not only this nation, but you've seen us, you know, back and forth outside of droughts. We have to make sure that we're investing in technology that's going to provide for safe, clean drinking water for everyone. If you see what they're doing, they're using this not only on the space station, but throughout the entire world, and making sure that they're looking at advanced purified water as an option. And we're no different. We're right here in the heart of Silicon Valley. So we're showing we know what we're doing, and we'll continue to expand this. Today you're going to have the opportunity to hear from a variety of individuals that are not only partners in making this happen, but also those that were in the lead of ensuring that we got here. First up, you'll be hearing from Director Richard Santos. He's the vice chair, and this is in his district. Then you'll be hearing from Director Tony Estremera. I often call him the dean of water because this was part of his dream in being able to make this happen. Then you'll be able to hear from the mayor of San Jose, who's been a champion in making sure that we've been collaborating and that we're working well together and moving towards in an effort that's going to put us in a better place for not only the future of San Jose, but the future of Silicon Valley. And then finally, you'll be hearing from Mayor Lisa Gillmor, also a champion in collaborating with Valley Water and others for the benefit of Silicon Valley. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn over the microphone to Vice Chair Richard Santos to talk a little bit about the history of this, as well as some of his history, hopefully, in the Alviso area. Director Santos, Vice Chair Santos.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me okay? I'm Richard Santos, Vice Chair of Santa Clara Valley Water District, and this is District 3. And I was born and raised right here in Alviso. We used to chase jackrabbits here and swim right there in Coyote. It was a wonderful time. Before we get started, a little comments, probably a little history. When you go into our welcome building, you always see the signage. And it says, life is water and water is life. And there's no question about that. Before we get started, I do want to thank San Jose Mayor Mahan and, of course, Santa Clara City Mayor Lisa Gillmor for joining us today. We appreciate it. We also have the Recycling Committee, Jim Bell, David Cohen. Is there anyone else in that Recycling Committee? We also have board members, Chair Shua, Barbara Keegan, of course, and Jim Bell. Thank you all for coming to help celebrate this 10-year anniversary of the Silicon Valley Advanced Center Purification Center here in Alviso, which, of course, San Jose. Right, Mayor?
That's right.
Not possible without partnerships, so we can save drinking water for drinking. We participated in developing the California Direct Potable Reuse Regulations, which affect in October. And believe me, we couldn't do any of these things without the excellent staff of the Santa Clara Valley Water District and all departments. They always do a fantastic job. Let me refresh your memory a little bit. We go back to, I don't know, around 2010, somewhere in there. And Tony Estremera is director and later on becomes chair. And we can't make some headway out here and so on with the city of San Jose. So Tony says, let me get a hold of Mayor Reed, talk some common sense. You guys got fire department, you got public works, you got police department, high cost. Why don't we get a partnership with the experts? Let's come together. You can make some money, we can save the planet. And that's what he did. And so with common sense, we got together and got this purification plant started. I don't want to forget with fond memory of the partnerships with former Mayor Jamie Matthews. He was part of that. And the touching part also is the late Mayor Patricia Marie Mahan. She was wonderful. Her and I were alternates. The committee was together. Her and I used to chat. When it came to vote and get things done, she was there. And so, Lisa, we really appreciate her participation. So on with the future now. Let's waste no more time on water. Let's purify it right here. The partnerships look good. The future is now. Let's wait for October and let's get some drinking water. Thank you all.
Thank you, Vice Chair Santos, and thank you for bringing a little bit of your history in Alviso right here. And he was talking to me about how he was chasing jackrabbits in the field when he was younger, right where this is located. Now I have the pleasure to bring up someone, and I know Vice Chair Santos did talk about it in terms of who helped to move this along. And so when I talk about the fact that he's the dean of recycled water, that is very serious. This is someone that saw this as a vision, wanted to make sure that he pushed this along, and today we stand in the house that he helped to build and helped to imagine of how we got here. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Director Tony Estremera.
Thank you, Rick. Good morning to everyone. Move this a little bit. This is wonderful. 10 years, it's almost like yesterday. I remember in the year 2001, when Rosemary Kamei, your vice mayor, and I went by to see Mayor Reed, and we did come up with an agreement that we would appoint a committee together, 3 members of our board and 2 members of the city council and the mayor of Santa Clara. And within 8 months, we had a 45-year agreement. Where does that happen? Only in Silicon Valley. You know, one of the things about being a board member is, for us, because our projects take so long to build, we generally sow the seeds, but we never get to harvest. This is different. This is one of those projects where we started it and we ended it, and now we're celebrating 10 years later. It's quite an accomplishment. As you know, we are finally bottling our water. It took us a number of years and tremendous efforts, but we're finally bottling it. And we're one of 3 plants in the country that's allowed to do that. It's an extensive process, and we went through it, and finally, I just wanted to mention that we right now are in the process of moving into direct potable. We're expecting some tremendous advances and great partnerships with our mayors, with both our cities, and we're looking forward to that. That's what the future is. So thank you very much for showing up. This is part of what that future is. And like I say, we may not harvest it, those of us that are here, but we're definitely going to get it going. Thank you, Mayor.
Awesome. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mayor.
So next, in order for us to get here, in order for us to expand, one of the things that we have to harvest, as he was just talking about, is the partnerships and the collaboration. I know you've heard a couple speakers talk about the collaboration that we had with Mayor Reed, and that was a very strong collaboration. But I have to tell you, I think the collaboration that I've seen from Mayor Mahan, one of the things that he's insisted on is making sure that he's working with Valley Water to the future of making sure this happened. And just last year, expressed his commitment at a joint board meeting of Valley Water as well as the city of San Jose on let's find a way to make this happen and let's find a way to move it along. And so it's really my pleasure to bring up the mayor of San Jose. In fact, I've never even mentioned this to him. I grew up on Mahan Drive in San Jose, so that must say something.
You know how to pronounce it.
So I knew how to pronounce it. I knew how to spell it right away. So with that, let's bring up the mayor of the city where I grew up, the mayor of the city where I live, Mayor Mahan.
That's right. Thank you, Rick. Good morning, everyone. So happy to be here. You know, my team reminded me that the traditional gift for a 10-year wedding anniversary is 10. But since you all work so hard to take the metals out of our water, I figured I'd leave the 10 and bring Councilmember Cohen instead. No, really happy to be here alongside Councilmember David Cohen on behalf of the city. He also represents this part of town. And we're both big believers in the work you're doing. When I ran for mayor and was very focused, as I continue to be, on crime and homelessness and housing costs and all the rest, I didn't know how much time I would spend thinking about water. Whether it was literally day one, a year and a half ago, when atmospheric rivers hit our city and state, and water levels rose, and we had to get hundreds of people, vulnerable people, out of our waterways, or it's the work we've done recently to come into compliance with our stormwater permit and better manage our waterways. And we have a long way to go, a lot of work to do to get vulnerable people indoors and out of that sensitive ecosystem. Or coming up here to see the wastewater treatment facility just across the road here, or the very memorable tour I received of this incredible purification facility. I think a lot about water, and we in the city of San Jose are committed to partnering with Valley Water, City of Santa Clara, and others to ensure that we have safe, reliable, affordable water going forward. I think it would not be an overstatement to say that our future health, our future prosperity really is going to come down to our ability to innovate, invest in technology and infrastructure around basics like energy, like water. It is going to be the basic infrastructure investments we make and the kind of innovation that's represented in this room and that we hope to dramatically expand in the years ahead that's going to determine our future prospects, how prosperous we are, how healthy we are, how many people we can literally sustain is going to come down to the innovation you see here. So we are really grateful to the team at Valley Water for their leadership. I want to thank all the board, all the staff, and as a city, we're committed to partnering in the years ahead to expand this facility. And I know it may still be controversial in some corners, but I love drinking the purified water and excited to have another glass of it in just a minute here. So thank you all so much. Congratulations on 10 years. It's a big milestone.
Indeed, we will all get a chance to toast the accomplishment that we have here. And then coming up last, we have Mayor Gillmor, another real strong partner with Valley Water, another strong leader in Silicon Valley, and making sure that we can expand this. So I will turn this over now to Mayor Gillmor.
Thank you so much. It's really a pleasure to be here this morning in the Dick Santos' city out here. I know he does remind me of that every time I see him. I told him this morning that I have a big picture of him in my office at City Hall, and everyone asks me who he is all the time. But he gave me that picture and framed it and everything for my office. Thank you, Dick. Appreciate it. But it's really wonderful to be here, and I want to introduce two of our city staff members that are very instrumental in our water and sewer utility. We have our director, Gary Welling, his last name Welling, we love it. Gary here. And assistant director, Shilpa Mehta, oh, there she is right there, Shilpa. Thank you to the Water Board for your leadership in advancing the use of purified water and improving the quality of recycled water to our customers. I see we have a picture of Levi Stadium up here where we use recycled water in and around the stadium. And I have to say that the water discussion is something that is primary now in many of our discussions at City Hall. Mainly when we talk about land use or other development, the first issue that comes up all the time is, do we have enough water? Do we have recycled water? How are we going to continue with the development and success of this valley without water? So water now is the #1 discussion point in all of the decision making we do in the city of Santa Clara. So our staff and our city council is committed to the expansion of the recycled water system here. Recycled water is a drought-proof water supply. And we know that in the city of Santa Clara, that drought-resilient source of water helps ensure Silicon Valley has safe, sustainable water for now and in the future. So congratulations on 10 years. Thank you so much to the Water Board and everyone on the committees. Together, we will be able to bolster our water supply resiliency and secure a reliable water source for our future. Thank you so much for inviting me today.
And indeed, thank you for your leadership, Mayor Gillmor. And indeed, congratulations to all of us. You have to remember this is a joint effort and the reason why we're successful today and why I look forward to being successful in the future. So I'm going to ask everybody, hopefully people have received a bottle of water, to join me in a toast. No, we're not going to have 10 Mayor Mahan, but we will have a toast of recycled water. So I'd ask you to join me in a toast to toasting collaboration, to toasting beating climate change, to toasting making sure that we have a reliable supply of drinking water in the future, and to toasting our success in moving forward. Congratulations to all of us. All right. And so I will look to the staff now. I know that we have a few reporters on the line. I will see if we have any questions that may be asked of any of the parties up here. And it doesn't appear that we have any questions. And so at that, if we have any of the, I know we do have some media here with cameras, and so I'll invite the media to tour the Purification Center. If indeed there are any one-on-one interviews, I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank the folks that have participated online, and I want to thank all of the speakers as well as everyone that has made sure that not only was this a success, but is looking forward to the future to ensuring that we have success in the future. Thank you for being here today.